What's up, guys? Welcome back to the GFC. And today, as you guys know, club football is fast approaching. The Premier League is about to start. We are already on pre-season. But today, when we talk about club football, you guys know, you might know it. We gotta talk about where is it? Where is it? Chelsea. Chelsea Football Club. Now, listen, guys, in the past few years, never have I been more excited to talk about my club than this summer transfer window because Chelsea is making mayhem. First of all, we got to start with the big one because this video is all about the signings that they have been making in this summer transfer window. And of course, when we talk about signings this summer, we talk about Morgan Rogers. Now, this deal is even sweeter because it was a hijack from Arsenal, and everybody loves a good hijack. Now, Arsenal already agreed. They already agreed personal terms with the player, but to make the bid to Aston Villa was where the issue was, and Chelsea just swooped in and said, "Hey, you know what? This guy, bro, he'd fit into our system that we want to play under Xabi Alonso perfectly, and he's already best mates with Cole Palmer. So what's to lose? We bring out the best in him while simultaneously bringing out the best in Palmer, bro." We just made the call, send the money, and boom, it was done. It was that simple, bro. Wow, it was such an exciting deal. For this particular transfer, we are ranking it STR. Why? Because it ticks all the boxes. He is a prem proven player. Now he might be only 23 years old, but he is already a very experienced player in the Premier League. I think he's been there. He's been at Villa for about 3 or 4 seasons. I don't know, but he has shown in each season been one of their main creators and main threats in front of goal. One thing I love about him is how direct he is. He also has a very good vision of the pitch. Now, while he's not the type that will um, spread those 50, 60 yard passes, even though he does that occasionally, Morgan Rogers has such an eye for goal. He scores, especially last season, we saw him scoring free kicks, scoring from different sides, and he's good on both feet. If we put him at that left-sided number 10 alongside Kopama on the right side, bro, we have a beast of a team we are looking at. But obviously, when we look at this, we are bolstering our forward line because now we have a fully fit Esteval, we have a fully fit Kopama, and a fully fit Joao Pedro, three of whom are angry because they didn't go to the World Cup, so they have a point to prove. And then we now slap Morgan Rogers in there, and our attack is looking scary. But there goes the problem that we had last season because we will still concede a whole bunch of goals. And then Xabi Alonso is looking at this and says, hold on, for this system I want to play, we are going to be pushing our wing backs forward. Yeah, we need a centre back with pace and with power. And so Chelsea just say, what's up, mate? You want maxencelacroix? And he's like, yeah, why not? He's the fastest centre back in the Premier League. He's prem proven, 26 years of age, which is also comes with some experience. He won 3 trophies last season, and bro, in the past 2 seasons rather, and bro, Xabi Alonso was absolutely mesmerized and said, yeah, get me Lacroix, get me Lacroix. Chelsea made the call to Palace, 52 million quid, and boom, it is done. Chelsea are moving like absolute beasts. After Maguire left Crystal Palace, it was Maxence Lacroix who had to put that defense on his back, and he has been a solid defender for the Eagles in the Premier League. And now Chelsea can finally have a sensible defender who we can trust under pressure. We've already seen how well Maguire has been doing for Manchester City and for England. Maxence Lacroix, we saw him in the World Cup. I think he looked like a good centre back when he played alongside Upamecano, but when playing alongside Konate, bro. You know what? This is a Chelsea vid. Let's not get into the World Cup. So we now have a very decent centre back on our hands. And as I've been saying, I do think Levi Colwill is going to play on the left side of that centre back trio with Reece James on that right side simply because Reece James does not have the pace And the physical attributes, obviously, we know his injury record, so I don't think Xabi Alonso would want to risk it, which is why I think he would play in that center back where he can spread out to the right back, distribute his passes and crosses and whatever. And then maxencelacroix is going to be in the middle of that defense. That is what I think. I don't know how Xabi Alonso is going to use Euro Hato yet, but I'm already being so excited about this Chelsea team. All the videos we've been seeing coming out from their Cobham training sessions, the preseason game, we brought on the big guns, and then Joao Pedro is scoring a hat trick. Cole Palmer gets an assist. Esteval looking nice. Dastan Sapayev, another one of our signings, even though we are not going to be ranking him in this video because I don't watch Kazakhstan League, bro. I can't tell you about that. And so, yeah, this is a very, very good transfer. And then next on our list, you guys know for the past few years, Chelsea have been doing the young player this, young player that, yada yada yada. But this season, we said, nah, bruh, nah, ain't no way. You know why? Because Chelsea were moving for John Stones. And now I know this transfer eventually fell through, and John Stones is heading to Inter Milan. But if this had gone through, this would have been an S tier signing for me. Why? Oh, by the way, Maxence Lacroix is S tier. This would have been an S tier signing for me. Why? Because he is a proven winner. He is prem proven. He has experience and the mentality, the leadership he brings to this squad would be, bro. Look at our centre backs. John Stones, even at his age, with his pace and everything, is still better than Tosin Adarabioyo, better than Benoit Badiashile, better than, bro, it's better than Wesley Fofana because at least John Stones can stay fit. He can stay fit even though last season he didn't play that many games because of his injuries, but he can stay fit and he can deliver on the biggest stage. John Stones would have been a class signing for the locker room, but seeing as that transfer fell through, you know what my boys decided to do? My boys over there at Blueco, they said, nah, we need some experience in this team. Let's go and get Joao Pedro's old buddy, Danny Welbeck. Wow, I was so excited when I heard about this signing. Why? Because Danny Welbeck is a good striker. Obviously, he knows he's coming into Chelsea not to be the main striker, but to be the second striker, alongside Joao Pedro, like the backup, which is what I was saying. If you guys recall, I said earlier in my video where I was predicting Chelsea's transfers, where I wanted Gordon, I wanted Dan Burn and Sandro Tonali. I said we also need to go and get a striker who knows he's coming in with this mindset of not coming to come and compete for the first slot. Obviously, he's going to get his game time. He's going to be kind of like how Joselu was at Real Madrid. And that is exactly what this club have gone and done. Blinko, Chelsea, thank you for listening. Wow, oh wow, this is so exciting for us Chelsea fans because we also saw him link up very well with Joao Pedro back when Joao Pedro was still at Brighton. And now Chelsea said, now one experienced player is not enough. We are going to go and get two because they are also bringing in Jordan Henderson. Now, I'm not going to lie, I am so much less excited about the Jordan Henderson because unlike Danny Welbeck, Jordan Henderson's legs are gone, bro. This guy, this guy's football career, at least prem football career, should be done. Bro got injured at the World Cup without even kicking a ball. But he's still bringing experience into that midfield. He's bringing mentality. He's bringing this mindset that we can compete for anything we want and win. This man is a Champions League winner and a Premier League winner. He captained the Liverpool side to win both of those trophies, meaning he is a leader, which is something we've lacked in that dressing room. He's going to be a leader in the dressing room. Wow. Now for this, well, I'm pairing Jordan Henderson and Danny Welbeck just because, I mean, both of them are the experienced players, which is basically what we are ranking this category of. So we are going to give this an A. Let's put this in A. Next up is Marco Palestra. Now, Marco Palestra, I think, is actually a really good signing for Chelsea. And Chelsea have gone and got Marco Palestra, the best defender in Serie A last season. Now he's good at both. He's good with both feet and can play at both flanks, be it left wing back or right wing back. So I think this is a smart utility signing. He might not come in straight at the start and be a starter in this team, but he will definitely be useful for cup competitions. Chelsea don't have European football, so I expect us to be looking to win the Premier League, the Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup, all three of them this season, and maybe even the Community Shield and whatever, any other trophy we can get our hands on. Chelsea should be going all in. And for this, we are going to need, obviously, a bunch of players on the bench because we don't want to overstress anyone like we did to Cole Palmer a while back, and then the injury, and then he wasn't looking like Cole Palmer. So, to avoid that, Chelsea have gone and brought in Marco Palestra. At least that's what I think about him. And Chelsea are also making move for Pap Chavaria. You know what? The more I think about this, let's move Hendo and Danny Welbeck down into B tier because this video is all about Chelsea signings and their transfer window as a whole, and we can't conclude this video without talking about Alejandro Garnacho. Chelsea have somehow been able to sell this guy to Aston Villa for 42 point something million pounds, bro. That is so amazing to me because, well, they said there are easy conditions to meet before Chelsea can get the entire money guaranteed next season. I think it's a loan with a conditional obligation to buy with all them easy conditions. So it's almost guaranteed money for Chelsea next season. So this is a really exciting deal. And I'm putting it in A tier because Garnacho wasn't all that great for Chelsea last season. You man know my thoughts on him, and you also know that I loved him before he came to Chelsea, and now he's leaving Chelsea. I still love him. I still wish him the best. I'm going to pay a little more close attention to Aston Villa just because he's there now. I hope he develops. He's still like 22 years old, so he still has enough time to turn his career around. So yeah, we thank God it's been a great one for Chelsea this transfer window. And yeah, that's all for today. I will see you guys in the next one.